Hello, hello. Welcome to another rendition of Kingdoms Evolution. So, we are evolving, brothers and sisters. We are evolving, and so excited to tell you a story about a teleconference I was on, a Zoom conference 2 days ago, or maybe it was yesterday. I forget. In a whirlwind, got so many irons in the fire, a lot going on. But I just said the title of the show is "No, Really, You're Glowing." is isn't about makeup, isn't about being healthy. It's about this insane product, this insane water that's about to be coming our way. And no, it's not really going to make you glow per se, but it is putting light into your body, light. So you're going to be lighting up from the inside out. But it's not nuclear, so you're not going to glow. No, we are not putting nuclear water into your body. We are putting light water into your body. So that's the title of the show. Is like, and the reality of it is like you really will glow, but we still won't be able to see it because it's below our visual spectrum. But that glow, that light that our body emits is going to get better and better and better and more beautiful. And the beautiful part about that is at the end of the day, when we leave this world, where do we go to the next one? Where do we go to the next one? We go with God, right? So think about this. So when you go to heaven, because you've been a great loving heart and you believe in Jesus Christ as the Son of God, and we won't get into like how whether Jewish people go to heaven, but if you don't have love in your heart, you're not going to heaven. It's just not going to happen. It's like whether you believe in Jesus. Anyway, so I'm not going to. I don't have a heaven, so I don't know who gets in or out of heaven. The God that I believe in was written. They wrote 3 books about what he said, and he said multiple times that you're not getting into heaven unless it's through Jesus Christ. But hey, it's not my heaven. It's not my heaven. It's the Creator's heaven, and I'm just excited to feel very, very confident in knowing that someday I will know this place. I will know this heaven. But what do you think you are when you go to heaven? What do you think you are? So a spirit. A light that we can't see, a light that's not visual by eyesight. So, our bodies are biochemical, so that creates light. So the light, so that light, that probably doesn't, once our biochemical reactions are done in this world, that light probably isn't necessarily showing from your body, but perhaps there's another light in us that moves forward, that's in us already that we can't see on any wavelength, and perhaps that is the light that goes into heaven. But perhaps that light is also part of our biochemical light. What we're going to do, what the exciting part is as we evolve, and this is a huge step in humanity's evolution, a huge step in humanity's evolution, and that is the new X2O LifeWave water machine. It is an evolutionary step for humankind. So be a part of it. It's a tremendous opportunity for your physical health, but it's also an insane opportunity for your financial health for decades, because it's gonna be patented 2 years out. So, but huge, fantastic stuff coming our way. So let me go back. So I'm in this conference. It's a Zoom thing. I'm on my phone. And the CEO of a $640 million company. So this guy's got a lot to lose. He is, most people, he's the inventor of the X-39 patch. He's the owner of LifeWave. So he basically has it. It's all his. So he doesn't have to answer to anybody. So he's kind of a freewheeler. Really, he is. He's kind of a freewheeler because he doesn't have a boss. I'm sure he's got a board of directors. But when you own 100% of the stock and you hire and fire the board of directors, guess what the board of directors generally do? They generally say, "Thank you very much for the check." That's what they do. What the hell else are they going to do? We're going to all get together and vote you out as the president. It's like, well, before you do that, let me just fire all of you, and then we'll see if the next board of directors wants to keep you in as president. Oh my gosh. So anyway, so he's kind of a freewheeler. He's a free guy, free man. Reminds me of Elon Musk, just kind of a freewheeling kind of guy who's saving the health of millions of Americans and people all over the world. So he gets on there, and so I come from a stock background, right? So publicly traded companies that they watch what they say because they don't want to get sued by the shareholders, blah 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 blah. So there's no you can't buy stock in the company. You can't He's not trying to pump up the stock. He's not trying to do anything. So he gets on this conference and he goes, and I'm guessing he's about 6. I'm guessing he's 55. I mean, he's got 180 something patents, and he's been in business for 20 years. So he probably had to be 30 before he started. So he might be in his 50s, but I'm guessing he's 60. I don't know. You can't really tell by looking at him, but we'll just guess he's in his 50s, mid 50s, maybe mid 50s. So he gets up there and he goes, welcome, we're going to talk about the water machine, the new water machine today. But before I get started, I want to tell you about something that happened today. And we're all like, what the hell happened today? Like, this is fresh off the grill. And he goes, yeah, this probably won't make my the people that control what I'm supposed to say are happy because I'm probably supposed to stay on script. But I just want to tell you the story to start the podcast, because I can. It's my company. It's like nobody can really fire me. They can't tell me I can't. It's like, awesome. Go, David Schmidt. Go. What do you got? So this story is going to blow you away, and I want to take my time telling it because I was trying to write it down, but it's unbelievable. So keep in mind, this is a guy that's got a 650 million. So probably valuation wise, he's a multi-billionaire already. Okay, so he's got all that to lose with lawsuits and blah blah blah. And this is who he is. So it goes, yeah. So we're getting ready to finish our drone program. So we won't go into the drone program because that's another far out thing where we're going to change all the energy of the world to using more efficient internal combustion engines that get 60-70% energy out of hydrocarbon formations, puts out cleaner air than what it brings in when it uses the gasoline. But hey, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. But so we have a drone program, very big drones, and David had contracted out with a guy to put the metal sheeting or the final touches on the drone program that had been in the aviation business for 40 years. A really sharp cookie that knows what he's doing. And so he kind of said, hey, we're going to hire you to do this to finish off our drones. We'll call you when they're done. So he calls the guy. He said, hey, boom. We're done with the drones. We're ready for you to put the finishing touches on them. When can we bring them over, or when can you come by and do your thing? I can't. Like, whoa, time out. It's like, we're paying you a lot of money to do this. What do you mean you can't do it? And he goes, I can't move my hands. My hands are frozen. My hands are frozen open. I've got arthritis so bad that I can't move my hands. I can't close my hands. I can't move them. I can't close my hands. And so that's not good. That's not good for him. and it's not good for LifeWave, and it's just generally not good. It's a sad thing. Guy's been doing this all his life, and he can't. He's done. He's physically done. His days of working are over. So David doesn't hang up the phone. Doesn't go, well, wish you the best of luck. Good luck with you. I guess, we wish you would have told us that you couldn't finish our planes because now we got to go find somebody else. Go do something with your hands. Good luck. No, not what Mr. Schmidt does. He goes, hey, why don't you come down to LifeWave? You come down here. Like, I don't know how the guy's going to drive, right? He's I don't know. Like, I guess he's going to palm the wheel, like, because if you can't close your hands, you're kind of screwed in a lot of things, right? So I did see Cam Patterson. So if I saw Cam Patterson last night, who was funny as hell. So if I make some inappropriate jokes, please forgive me. But Cam Patterson of the Kill Tony show was one funny son of a gun. Oh my gosh, great show. There were some other funny people down at the comedy show at the Galleria. So anyway, total ADD there. Sorry. But I felt like maybe the whole palming the steering wheel was not that funny. But he tells him to come down. Maybe he took an Uber. I don't know. So the guy comes down to LifeWave. And David goes, so he comes in and he goes, I'm 8 or 9 or 10, pain, arthritis in my hands, can't move them. David goes, I've talked to him for 15 minutes about what else is wrong with him, and he went through some other issues that he had, and David's like, okay, so we're gonna put energy patches on your wrists so that we know where when we get this going, we know where the energy goes. We're gonna direct the energy to your wrists. It's like, okay, so it'll go into your hands. It's like, okay, what energy are we talking about? And he goes, then we're gonna put an X39 on your back of your neck, so it's telling the brain it's close to your brain as we can get it. And I don't know. I think he said AON or X49. I was trying to write all this down because it was like he was just telling the story off the cuff of his head, like just telling the story. Like this is what happened. This is what I did. It's just like you're running a $650 million company. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Bringing some guy in that's supposed to fix your drone program and trying to help him. Like, that's insane. That's who this company is. That's who David Schmidt is. He's like, let me see if I can help him. That's who we are as brand partners. We are the helpers. What can we do to help you? Because we want you to feel better. We want you to enjoy what we're enjoying. We want you to believe. We want you to feel it. All right, so so he goes, okay, so we'll do this, we'll do that. We'll put on this the energy patches. We'll put on the X39. We'll put on, I think it was AON, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. You go back. I don't think they've released the video yet from the Zoom, but when they do, you can go back and watch it. If you've got really bad arthritis, it'd probably be worth watching. So he goes, and then I want you to drink a glass of this water. So we're all like, okay. So, and I don't know what this guy knew about the water. I don't know. He's like, well, it's just, what am I doing? Like, first of all, you go into LifeWave and like all of a sudden this guy's, you can't move your hands. You're in terrible pain. And you're like, why aren't I at the emergency room? Why aren't I doing oxycodone? Why aren't I getting stem cells injected into my hands? But you can't really inject stem cells into your hands. You can inject it into joints, but like, what the hell do you think it's going to do for your whole, if you can't move your hands? If your hands are so crippled, like you're going to do injection of stem cells into each finger joint? I mean, no, it's just not going to happen. So we put on the energy patches, put on the X39, and we'll just go X49/AON. We don't know which one it is. Maybe both. And he goes, here, drink this water. And the guy drinks the water. Okay? And David goes, within minutes, he's moving his fingers. Within minutes, his pain level is down from an 8 or 9 to a 4. And he's like, that's That's unbelievable. That's amazing. I feel, David's going through the whole process with him. So, so the guy leaves. So the guy's feeling better. David's probably got, silly other things he's doing because he's running a $640 million company, which will soon be a multi-billion dollar company. But he's running a $640 million company. So he's probably got a couple other things he's got to work on. Besides having 180 patents, and besides doing 50,000 things, he took the time out just to care enough about somebody to see if he could help him. He's like, well, just drink the water. Put the pads on, do the water, drinks water. Pain level goes from 8 to 4, starts moving his fingers. And if I get some of this wrong, I'm sorry. But it's the gist of the story that is unbelievable. David Schmidt, so he says, and then the guy calls me back. He's gone for about half an hour. He calls me back. And he goes, David. And he's like, yeah, this is so-and-so, so-and-so. It's like, I have zero pain in my hands. Zero pain. And David went on some other things that he said, but like, you move his fingers, zero pain. So think about that. So here's a guy that has spent his whole life getting to the point, because he's been working with his hands his whole life. So he spent decades to the point where he has used so much of his body that he's probably destroyed his joints in his hands where he can't move his fingers, where his hands won't even close. And there are, I don't know what other treatments there are, but like, he's obviously probably had doctors and other people trying to help him this whole process. So he probably didn't just wake up one day and his hands are frozen, or his hands are frozen open. He's probably been trying to go through the medical. I don't know this. I'm just guessing. If your hands are hurting really bad, you're probably on some medication, some painkillers, something, something to help you. Because it just doesn't go, you just don't wake up one day and all of a sudden your arthritis is so bad you can't close your fingers, you can't close your hand. He goes, no pain, move my fingers. 30 minutes. 30 minutes. That's how David starts off the podcast. That's how he starts off the Zoom. It's like he could have ended the Zoom right there. He could have just ended the Zoom right there. It's like, what in the heaven is in this water? And that's what I want to talk about, as being creatures of light. And that's why the title of the show is, no, really, you are glowing. You are glowing. Because what the water has in it is light, is photon light. So David's figured out a way to electromagnetize the hydrogen, add the hydrogen into the water, attach photon light to it with a message, because these patches that we wear for LifeWave, well, guess what? Here we go. These patches, well, wait a minute. Doggone it. These patches that we wear, guess what they have in them? Messages. And so, we'll open up a whole new one. So this is the LifeWave. This is what our brand partners and our customers get. This is the LifeWave patches. This is the X39. This is the bomb patch right here. This is the copper peptide agonizer that mobilizes your stem cells. So this is the patch that you're putting on your body. So I just want to show you the patch itself, and I know I've done this like 10 times, and if I'm boring you, I'm sorry. But it's important to understand, like, this little patch has no drugs in it. Nothing that's in this patch goes in your body. Nothing goes in your body. Okay? It is a light reflector. I don't know if you can see it. Can you get it's like an SOS, like I'm on a ship. So it's just a reflector. It's a light reflector. And it's reflecting light that's already coming out of our bodies. It's called bioluminescence. But it's already reflecting light coming out of our body, back into your body, telling it to make copper peptides. The copper peptides become pluripotent, mobilizes your stem cells, and voila. All sorts of fun things happen when you mobilize your stem cells. So, but here's the key to this, right? So it can only reflect the amount of light that's coming out of your body, right? So it's like with any, like, if it gets darker in here, it's harder to see me, right? It's if I turn down my mic. Let's just stay with this. If it gets darker, it's harder to see. When it's harder to see, it's harder to let's say you're trying to read. Oh, perfect. This is perfect. Let's say I'm trying to read a book, and I'm light sensitive. So the lights are low. Well, I can't read. I can't read it because I've got light sensitivity to my reading. So I can't really read. I can't read my book. I can't read it unless I turn up the lights. Then when I turn up the lights, I can read it a lot better. Okay, so this is kind of the same thing, right? So this is a messenger, but it reflects the message back in. So it's kind of like, so when you put light in the water, drink the light, your bioelectrical currents go up, your light gets stronger inside your body, and then when it comes outside the body, it hits this patch. So now you've got a stronger light coming out of your body, which is helping your body metabolizing. And I think he said your NAD goes up. And we'll get into, if I brought the right notebook, which I don't think I did, we're going to get into some other wonderful things, but we won't get into the details because the details aren't what matter. This is we're going to go big picture. We're going to go big picture here because I love big picture stuff. And we're going to stay with that. We're creatures of light. We're creatures of light eternal, the eternal light through the Holy Spirit. We're creatures of that. And what this is doing is we're allowing this patch not necessarily to reflect the eternal light, but our bioelectrical light. But make no mistake, I believe like if we can increase our internal light, we can increase the spiritual light. We are going to be some glowing human beings. So when the light comes out of your body, you've increased your light signature, your light out hits this patch. Well, guess what? The signature coming back in the body is stronger. So you make more copper peptides. You mobilize more stem cells. And you've got water in the body now that's even working more efficiently. And we've got an electrolyte and mineral mixture that you put in the water that makes everything flow through the body even better. All the messaging. It's beautiful. It's a completely different way of looking at the human body from a biological standpoint. Looking at us as creatures of light with bioelectrical creatures of light. And starting from the outside, how do we commute? So David's gone from starting from the outside, how do we communicate with this bioelectrical force that's within us, to how do we make it stronger? And how do we make it better? And that's where we are now. July is the release of this water machine. And there's going to be two types of people. I'm telling you, there's going to be two types of people in this world. There are going to be the people that are patched up. There are going to be people that are patching. And then there's going to be the people that aren't. Because that's just the way it is. If you're intelligent enough to understand that being a vibrant, glowing human being is better for you than not being a vibrant, glowing human being, then really you're in the B pool. You go to group B. you go to group B. So I don't want to call group B NILF, but and NILF is an acronym I used it a long time ago for non-intelligent life forms. So we won't get into that. We won't start name calling. But in all honesty, if you don't understand that increasing your body's electrical light vibrancy is good for you, is intelligent, and all you have to do it is drink a glass of water, then you're NILF. You're over there. You're in group B. Talk to me later. I love you, and I want the best for you. But we're evolving. We are evolving, and we'll do everything we can to help everybody that chooses not to, because we still love you. But just so you understand, it's just like we're evolving. You can evolve with us or not. Your choice. And those of us, as we evolve, we've got to help other people, whether they choose to evolve or not evolve with us. We've got to help them. But what is this? So what does this evolution kind of look like? I can't tell you. So my daughter told me, bring heaven. So the Lord's Prayer is bring heaven to earth. Okay. So heaven is light. So God is light. God is light. Heaven is light. When we pass this world, we're light. So being able to put light into our water is other than Jesus Christ, God being made man, this is the greatest evolutionary step since Jesus Christ suffered, died, and rose from the dead. This is the greatest the second greatest evolutionary happenstance to humankind since Jesus Christ rose from the dead to forgive our sins. Heaven's light, God's. I don't know what God is, right? We're made in His image. We're light in His image, but I don't. God emits insane light, but I've never seen God other than Jesus, and Jesus was wholly human. So seeing Jesus was seeing a very is seeing another human being. The Creator is whatever the Creator is, but emits insane light. So we're bringing light, which is all around us, which is light is good. Light defeats darkness. Light, all things light are good, right? Putting that light in your body evolves us. It evolves you. It makes everything in your body work better, work quicker, work healthier, work with more joy. Think about when the sun, think about when it's cloudy for 3 weeks in a row and rain and cold and you don't get any snow. Like suicide rates go up. I'm just saying that. I mean, I don't know that, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Suicide rate goes up. You get fat. You don't want to do anything. You get lazy. You are not evolving in darkness. Humankind does not evolve in darkness. Humankind evolves in light. So now the evolution is David Schmidt has figured out how to put light in water, photonic light in water, and when you drink it, it releases in your body. July. It's coming in July. Join my team. We are going to have a run like no other run has happened before. You need to join my team now. Get on the X39 patch to reflect the light that you do have in your body and start getting your copper peptides activated. Start getting your stem cells mobilized so that when July happens, it's full-born evolution. Full-born evolution. I can't tell you how excited I am to be a part of LifeWave. It is, and so part of the show was Kingdom's Evolution. So I am telling you, this is, I'm not being a prophet. I'm just telling you, this is this, and I'll say it one more time, then don't say it again. But this is the second greatest evolution of humankind. This is answering the Lord's Prayer, bringing heaven to earth, because we are bringing light to humankind. We are bringing light to the human body from the inside. From the inside, we're putting light in the human body from the inside. It's just unbelievable. Think about it. I mean, just the concept. that you can put light, that you can attach a photon inside the water, and when you drink it, that photon gets released in your body. It's like Tinkerbell, man. It's like believe, believe in him because it's coming. It's coming. 30 minutes later, the guy calls David. Oh, no pain, zero pain. Zero pain? You drank a glass of water, man. How can you be in zero pain after drinking a glass of water? Ask yourself that. It just doesn't happen with arthritis. I've been on the X39 patch for 13 months. My left thumb from, I think it's a pistachio arthritis. I eat too many pistachios. But my left thumb and golf, maybe a little bit of golf. But my left thumb still hurts. It still aches. Not terrible, but I still know it's not 100%. And that's 13 months after the X39. This guy, 30 minutes after being on the X39 drinking water, it's zero pain. So the question was, well, like, so the water. So then we're gonna do a little bit more of it. So we've been 34 minutes in. So let's take a quick break, and then we're gonna go deeper into. I want to kind of go to like what happens now, like what happens next, like what happens after the water comes out. But what I really want to talk about is kind of, I want to go into more details about the Zoom conference that we had, because it blows you away. So just let's listen. Let me decide which way I'm going to go with this. And I will be back. Let me turn up the jams. Hey, Justin, did you see your mailman's here?
Red and white, blue suede shoes. I'm Uncle Sam. How do you do? Give me 5. I'm still alive. Ain't no luck. I learned to duck.
All right. So we've been on this road. We're born to die, right? So we've been on this pattern of dying at about 70, 80 years old for, we elongated it from, it was 30, 40, 50, 60. Now it's 70, 80 some countries. So when you increase your body's light, increase your stem cells, increase your copper peptides, you're going to be healthier. Chances are, chances are you're going to live longer. Okay? I don't believe anybody leaves this world before their time, but it does look like we have hospitals because people want to stay alive longer. So people do stay alive longer. You can choose to go to the hospital or not go to the hospital, and that can affect how long you're in this world. So, so I do believe that the good Lord doesn't let us leave this world before our time, but I also believe that through making wise decisions that you can enjoy this world longer. Okay, so it's kind of like a little bit of a philosophy thing there. It kind of goes both ways. You can't say the Lord does take him away before his time. And it's like, and then like you keep extending your life longer. It's like, well, if I hadn't gone to the hospital, if I hadn't had my blood tests and found out I was sick, I would have died sooner. So like, would that have been before my time? Right? That's a great. I never did well in philosophy. Terrible at it. Terrible in philosophy. But you get the challenge there, right? Of the different things. Anyway, so it's not like there's a set time for us to die. Like you're gonna die. Like Mark Twain knew he was gonna die, but he's the exception, not the rule. It's a little bit older. So as I go back through and I think about this, so let's say we live healthier. So healthier is going to be more pickleball. So build more pickleball courts, right? You're going to need more so you're going to need more pickleball courts because people that play racket sports on average live 9 years longer than people that don't play racket sports. So the greatest racket sport there is right now is pickleball, and anybody can play it. And you're going to need more pickleball courts because there are going to be more people playing pickleball. It's not going to change. It's such a ridiculously fun game. And when you start making it more than a game, I know there's professionals. There's always going to be professionals and tournaments that ruin all this shit. Just don't let that crap ruin your pickleball game. Don't let it do it. Don't get serious about pickleball. It's a stupid ass game. Enjoy it, love it. Have fun. If you want to compete at it, but don't let the competition ruin what it is. It's just a game. It's not a sport like tennis. No, if you're playing pickleball, you're an athlete. You're not athletic at pickleball. Okay? You're not a great athlete competing at a great athletic sport in pickleball. You're an athlete playing a game. That's it. You might be very good at it, but it's still a game. That's like saying playing what's that? We toss the bag, the beanie hole or whatever they call it, where you throw the bags in the hole. That's like calling that a sport and calling yourself an athlete for being good at it. No, you might be an athlete, but you're just an athlete playing a game. And it's the same with pickleball. There is some athleticism to being good at pickleball, but it's a game. And you're really just playing a game. So enjoy it. Enjoy the game. Don't stop enjoying pickleball because you're competing at it. It's too much fun of a game to enjoy for what it is. And it'll keep you alive on average 9 years longer by playing it. So number one, if we're going to live younger, tennis might come back into fiction. They might make the pickleball courts bigger. They might make it more athletic. But you're going to live younger. We're going to need more games. We're going to need more games, more pickleball courts. Going to live healthier. So what is this? Healthier, and this is, my daughter said that I take things to the extreme. And I do take things to the extreme. So one of the things she was asking me is like, well, does so-and-so know about the water? And I'm like, no, but they're going to be out of business. And she's like, Dad, this is a health spa. She's like, Dad, this is why nobody loves you. And she didn't say that. She said, Dad, this is why nobody listens to you, because you take things, you lost them. You lost me. It's like you take things to the extreme. And I'm like, I do kind of take things. I will admit, I do take things to the extreme. She goes, so that's why, and I'm not listening anymore. So they're not going to close because they don't have a water machine. It's like they're not going to go out of business because people are healthier. It's like, you're right. Damn it. Hate it when your kids are right and you're wrong. So, no, I haven't talked to him about the water machine. Talked to him about the patches. We talked to him about the patches. They didn't have any interest, but we haven't talked to him about the water machine. And there's going to be a lot of people out there, that didn't want to do the patches. But when they see that people react in seconds to this water, they're going to be like, holy cow. That's why you've got to get on this team, in this matrix now. You're waiting. You're costing yourself. Don't get into LifeWave for money. Don't get me wrong. They do pay out. It's a $640 million company paying out 60% of its income to brand partners. But hey, don't get in it for the money. Don't get in it for the money. But get in it. Get in for your health. Start the X39 patch. You're going to feel it. It can be a one-day wonder. It can be 12 weeks. Who cares? July, we're coming out with a water machine that is evolutionizing humanity, and you'll be in the matrix, and there'll be thousands of other people in the matrix after you. So start telling people to get in the matrix. Because if you're not in the matrix, you're going to be over with the NILFs. The NILFs. Because the machine's going to be $5,000 to buy. So let's get a little bit of details of the machine. The bad news is it takes 45 minutes to make a glass of X2O water. 45 minutes. Filters it out. It's got no plastics in it. Filters out all the stuff, all the bad stuff. 45 minutes to add the photons to the water. Drink it. Supposed to drink it. I'm guessing like anything that's got something in it, the longer you wait, the less powerful it is. But you can wait. If you store it in a dark place, you can wait. I think you said 5 to 12 hours. I can't remember what was 12 hours, but you can program your water machine to make the glass of water in the morning. So let's just say 8 hours. So you can make the water. It'll hold it in a tank, and then when you're ready in the morning, you can drink the water, and it's good to go. Okay, and you get the same effect within minutes. You're feeling better heart rhythm, better brain rhythm. And one of the things that David said is a lot of the energy in the water goes to your brain. So not bad energy like coffee that causes poison. The reason your body reacts so quickly to caffeine is it's poison, and your body is trying to get the caffeine out of your body as quickly as possible. So it speeds up to get it out of your body. That's why it gives you. That's why it speeds you up. It's not because it's good for you. It's because it's caffeine. Your body's reacting to the caffeine, trying to get it out of the body. LifeWave light in your body in the morning charges all of your electrical circuits in your body first thing, and especially your brain. So when you wake up in the morning, we all have 1,000 things we got to do. We got to get that ball rolling. Wouldn't it be nice to be able to have a glass of water, a simple glass of water that helps you elevate through the start of the day? So right now, he kind of recommends 1 glass of water a day, but I'm guessing there will be people that go on and drink 2. But as you increase, anything in the body, you do one thing. There's something else that's got to go with it. So when you increase your electrical charge through the body, you've got to replenish. You've got to help that body with nutrients, with minerals. You've got to help your body function through that. And so LifeWave came up with a powder that you put in the water that nourishes your body with what it needs as you increase your light inside to help your body perform better, to help it react better. The reaction to the water energy-wise, he said, is 3 to 5 hours. So 3 to 5 hours, you're feeling it. So one of the questions, this isn't funny, but I did see Camp Patterson last night, so I'm somewhat inappropriate in my thinking. And so I was thinking the gentleman that came in, I don't really want to end the show like this, so I won't, but I can recover from this. So I was thinking about the gentleman that drank the water that had the arthritis so bad, because this is a one-day thing. He said it happened that day, like this morning, like at LifeWave. So what happens after 3 to 5 hours with his hands? I don't know. So I shouldn't leave that question up there. And David didn't really, I don't think David had an answer. But we're hopeful that the body, once it feels that motion and that relief, that the motion is healing itself. So hopefully, I'm guessing, a pure guess, that his hands did not go back to being an eight pain level, in 7 hours. But I'm guessing, and I don't know this, that his pain did come back somewhat in his hands, and over time, without LifeWave, the X39 patch, or the water, that pain would return. But I don't know that. I don't know if it's an instant, if it instantly caused. I mean, if all he needed to do is drink one glass of water, that's a miracle. That's absolutely fantastic if that lasts him the rest of his life. Fantastic. But I don't know. I don't know. I know the energy level. I don't know how long the healing. So that's a healing process, right? So I don't know how long the healing process. I don't know how long the healing process takes. If the healing and the energy process are the same time level, but the energy from the water, he said, lasts 3 to 5 hours. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what? And he said this even, like athletes. Can you imagine an athlete that doesn't want more energy for 3 to 5 hours, a higher, where a lot of the energy is coming cerebral, a lot of the energy is coming from the brain? Is there any athlete that competes on any level that is not going to want to have that advantage on the court, on the field, on the pitch? That's not going to want to have that advantage? And the answer is no. They're all going to want that advantage. So then the problem becomes, like, so you got 30 soccer players on your team, and the LifeWave machine makes 1 glass of water every 45 minutes. It's like, that's a lot of water if you to drink at the same time. So I don't know. Are they going to go out and buy 30 machines? They're going to go out. They might. It's $5,000 a machine. Line them all up. They weigh about 50. I think they weigh. I'm guessing they weigh around 50 pounds each, and they take up the size of a large microwave. But can you imagine that machine humming? And eventually, I'm guessing what he'll do is he'll make a larger version of it, a commercial version, for groups of people. So like you can make more than 1 glass of water at a time. But this is what we got in July. And it's all going to come through brand partners, whatever it is the future holds. It's all going to come through brand partners. It's patented. Can't get anywhere else. Join the Matrix now. Don't wait until the water is actually here, because that way you can be the one telling other people about the water, and they'll be joining your team, and underneath your matrix, then they can tell other people about the water. You want to start now. If you start in July, it's not that it's too late, because anytime you want to come to the LifeWave team, we want you on the team. And there'll always be other people that are late comers to something that they see you drink the water, they see you evolve right in front of their eyes. They're going to want some of that water. They're going to figure out a way to get it. They're just doubting Thomases, and they're going to be late to the game. It's okay. It's okay. Put them on your team. Put them on your team. There will come a time, though, where the low-hanging fruit is gone, and you're looking for the doubting Thomases. Well, the doubting Thomases are the last ones in. So you want people on your team now. You want to help people evolve now. You want people to get better healthy-wise now. So call me, 314-749-4497. Get on my team. My team is blowing up. I think I'm close to 1,000 people, and we're killing it. We're on the fastest growing team in LifeWave, the This Is It team. And if you want to find out more, go to thisisinfo.com. But we're going places. We're having a lot of fun. So what other things are going to change as we live longer, we live healthier, we live younger? What other things are going to change? Well, some biological things aren't going to change. with other species, one guess that I would make is that over a period of time, women will be able to have children longer. That's going to take some time, because biologically right now there's a period of time based upon us living 70 years where women are limited in time frame to when they can have children. I'm guessing with science and with a longer lifespan that they will extend that period. I think more women will have eggs frozen, for example. I think more women earlier in life will have eggs frozen so that later in life they can give birth. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. It doesn't sound natural to me. Then also, as we evolve, I would think a natural form of this evolution would be maybe as younger women drink the water and use the X39 patch, that maybe their extension, that they might naturally extend the amount of time or increase, and I don't know how eggs, human embryos or eggs are created in the human body, but it might extend or increase the number of eggs that are available to a woman over her increasing lifespan. I don't know. I think men will stay healthier longer. I think human beings will have children much later in life, and because why wouldn't you? Children are the joy of the joy. They are the joy of innocence, the joy of life. They are so much fun. So I think that's one thing that will change. I think people living longer. So insurance companies are going to kill it. So probably investing in insurance companies is a positive thing. And I'm talking specifically about life insurance companies, because most insurance policies are written for us to die by 70. And so when you buy an insurance policy, you're kind of making a gamble that you're going to die, at a certain period of time, and the insurance company is going to lose money. And if you don't die by that time, if you're a term life insurance buyer like me, if you don't die within that period of time, insurance becomes insanely expensive. Like right now, I'm paying like $400 a month. Okay, so $400 a month. If I die, the next 5 years or 6 years or whatever, the insurance company owes my family $1 million. So, but that's a good risk reward return for myself and my family, right? And the way I've lived my life, 70 is probably a good a good number for me. If I hit 70, I'm pretty happy. My dad died at 72. But if I want to turn around, let's just say I wanted to turn around and guarantee like that I can have that $1 million whenever I die. Like it doesn't matter when I die, like a whole life policy. Like whenever I die, my family gets $1 million. It doesn't matter if I'm 75. Like I just want to pay you enough money so it doesn't matter when I die, my family gets $1 million. So now at 65, what does that policy cost me to guarantee my family $1 million whenever I die? Well, right now, that policy costs me, it might cost me $9,000. I don't think $9,000 a month, but it might cost me, $3,000 or $4,000 a month in a whole life policy. It's going to cost me a hell of a lot more than $400. I'll tell you that, because it's a different wager. It's a different wager. So when we live to be, let's say we live to be 100, 110, 120, 130, the insurance rates are going to come down. But the insurance companies are still going to win, because they're going to have this money, instead of having it for 10, 20, 30 years, they're going to have it for 40, 50, 60 years. And the compound interest factor of them being able to make money on the money they've already made to make more money is going to be unbelievable. So insurance companies are going to crush it. They're just going to crush it. They're going to overcome the whole AIDS, not AIDS, the COVID risk, the COVID death increase. They're going to be able to survive that and do very, very well. So if I'm an investor, one of the things I look at are insurance companies. insurance companies, my guess would be, are going to do very well in the life insurance business. And the other thing I would venture to say is, like, even though we're increasing the light, we all still have weaknesses. We all still have failures in our body, and as we grow older, those things are still going to fail. So the medical professional is still going to be here. That's health spa is still going to be open, with or without the water. With the water, their clients will be doing better. But we are evolving. Get excited. We are about to experience. You are going to witness the second evolution of humanity, and it's not the X-Men. It's not because our some weird gene factors change, because our genes are beautiful and perfect as God created us. And if there's a deformation in your genes, maybe the water, there's no guarantees, but that your electrical circuits are going to help that. But maybe the scientists and doctors can figure out a way to help it. So I just want to tell you, get excited, because the world is changing, and we are about to enter the second evolution of humankind. The first was after Jesus Christ died 2,000 years ago. And we entered an evolution of knowing that our light is forever in heaven through the sacrifice of Jesus Christ. And now we know we're going to get to enjoy this world even more, even better, even healthier, even with more fun, longer and longer, with the LifeWave X2O water. Get excited about it. July will be here. Join us. Get on the X39 patch now. Don't wait. And I'll leave you with this. When you buy a car, and you're getting insurance, do you call your insurance agent from the parking lot, or even in your car before you leave the parking lot, and bind your insurance to your car? Why do you do that? Because you don't know when you pull off that parking lot. If you pull off that parking lot after you just bought a car, if you don't bind your insurance to that car and you have an accident, when you pull off the lot, boom, that car may not be insured. Okay? You may have just bought a new car for $50,000. You owe $50,000 on it. You just got in an accident. Somebody in the other car got hurt, and you have no insurance on your new car that you just paid $50,000 for, that you've signed a contract with, that you're committed to paying. Don't have a car anymore, and you've hurt somebody, and you've got a liability. So you bind your insurance. You bind your insurance before you leave that parking lot, right? Your body is the same way. Bind your body with as much as you can do today, so that when you leave your bed in the morning, if God has been kind enough to let you wake up, your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your brain, bind your health with the X39 patch today. Bind it. Bind it with as much health as you can give it. LifeWave is coming, and it's we're about to evolutionize humanity. And I'm not saying we're going to equal the Holy Spirit, because that would be silly to say. But just as the Holy Spirit came down from heaven, and you are imbibed with the Holy Spirit when you baptize into the life of Jesus Christ, the life and love of Jesus Christ. This water is going to be the next best thing. The next best thing. So join LifeWave. If you don't like me and don't want to join my team, I get you. But I'd still love to have you on my team. But I prefer that you like me. But my team is growing. Signed up a company out of Canada that will help you grow your team. If you don't want to grow your team, this company out of Canada will help you. We'll get leads. People that want a business will help you grow your team. That'll be my next show. When I get even more familiar with my new brand partner, GPN. When I get more familiar with them, we'll talk about the next show and why joining my team is even more exciting with GPN on it. All right, that's my show. We're gonna crank up the volume. And I watched Cam Patterson last night, so I want to listen to something funny, because he was funny, so funny. So he's on Kill Tony. If you don't watch Kill Tony, you go on YouTube, look up Kill Tony. Tony Hegseth. He's the guy that blew up Puerto Rico with the garbage comment at the Republican National Convention at Madison Square Garden. And it was pretty funny. So it's a great show. Free Tony. So let's go to, let's see, something fun. Something fun. Here we go. How about this one?